Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online. Alright, so hey, I'm really glad that on Earth, Shoma has family member that will take him in, you know?
Yeah,
right?
if only he knew about them, I guess.
Yeah, man, it's big convenience that his father's
No, it's...
little brother...
Was that what it was? I couldn't tell if he was saying his father's little brother, or if he was saying or if he was just, I guess.
It was his what? It was his. Wait, how many fathers did
I think it was use, 3 back.
Oh, was it 3?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that makes it what his great uncle? Is that what it is?
I guess.
Right, because it's right, yeah. It's awfully really convenient that he just lives in this cave. You know, like man, no one fucking visits. Yeah, no one comes into the. Man, keep in mind that I have to assume this cave is like because remember we're still in like the rural part of the country, right?
Yes, that he somehow got to. I assume via bike.
Where Shoma was just living somehow went from the vibrant city to the countryside somehow. You know,
I mean, he does have motorcycle. He does have motorcycle Gochizo.
True, but he was like, yeah, man, yeah. So he just came from there, just like, oh man, like this is all still happening within like this 5-mile town, you know, right?
Yeah.
Like this little countryside town, you know, right? Down the street is a girl building model kits every week, trying to figure out if this is real life or not.
Whether or not she's in the prime dimension or another split area.
Right, but yeah, it's man, I think they said his name right. I believe
it's Dente.
For his, yeah. Oh yeah. Man, so I thought the pun was like it was like he's a dentist, right?
No.
But I feel like that might.
I mean, let's see. Hold on. I'm going to assume that, like everything else, he's another stomach thing.
Right, but my first thought was that he was supposed to be a dentist, you know?
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm doing right because I'm the one that did surgery for you. It's like, oh yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, I looked it up. Dente, derived from the word for tooth. Okay, so yeah.
All right, okay, wait, so then what's the dad's? Hold on, so we finally learned the dad's name.
The dad is Bosch?
Yeah, what's his?
Yeah, is Bosch? Let's
see.
Yeah, what's the pun there? Oh, okay. Nice. All right.
I'm on Shoma's. I'm pulling up Shoma's page.
Yeah.
Bochi, Boucher, Bobby Boucher. French word for mouth.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's also established in this episode that the agents can talk. I don't know why this is a big shock to me. I thought that they were just like
they've talked before.
Like just like weird grunt thing that don't make a sound like who's only.
We've heard them talk before. Yeah, they've talked before.
Did they?
I think they.
Unless in the first, because I thought if I remember correctly, the guy in the first episode just gave him the peep, and then the guy was like they just grunted at him, right?
I swear they've talked before.
I feel like all they've done was just grunt or nod their head, you know, right? Like I don't think they have actually spoke actual.
I mean, this is the first time they've shown
right?
like that level of sentience. Yeah, but like,
right?
But it makes sense though because like what we basically learned this episode is that the agents are just the Gochizo that like the
they're just byproducts.
Like the Gochizo.
This is what Gochizos grows up to be if they live past infancy, you know, right?
Gochizo are just the SD version. Are just the SD versions of agents.
Yeah, right. If someone can keep a Gochizo alive for more than 3 hours, they will actually grow up to be these weird street punk wearing weirdos, you know, right?
Yeah, even though he's absolutely never going to let them live that long.
Look, yeah, he has to find a purpose for out on the net.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Also, we just learned that also the Grand Night World is just a regular society. It's not some weird lawless society,
No.
For
It's
some reason, I was
yeah.
like,
The enemy this time isn't just gingivitis; it's also capitalism.
right, Yeah. So we found out that the big plot of the show is that the stomach wants to get into upper society.
I
Right,
guess that they want to control. No, they're trying. Basically, what I'm getting from it is that the Stomach family is like they're doing some like Alex Jones big pharma sort of shit where if we can just flood the market with our drug, then we can control the masses and have them under our thumb, and we need to get it like to the, like even higher higher up on the societal food chain.
I thought was like they were trying to gain more capital, and to the point where like, oh man, we gotta figure out how to promote our shitty ass candy as like a luxury item that the elite will reach. Right? We gotta turn Lunchables into fuck. What's that stupid thing that
Lunchly. We gotta make them Lunchlies.
Is that what that stupid thing is called?
Yes, the thing between Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I thought that was that was the impression. So we just find that are really just a bunch of factory workers.
Yeah,
they
just want to get people hooked on their goods, on their sweet supply. First one's free, and then maybe we'll cause the downfall of an entire society. It's like actually some just deep state shit. Like, oh man, you can't trust the companies. They're putting poison in there. They're putting drugs in the system. It's like, okay, Grandpa, go to bed. Turn off Fox News.
The frogs are gonna turn gay.
Yeah, Okay, right? Grandpa, they're doing it with the jelly. Okay,
Right, yeah. And then, meanwhile, Hanto is off. He's off solving another crime using his hey, look. Unlike his boss, who's still trying to send. Hey, look. He's still trying to send an email to people to find out what's the scoop. Right? He's like, right.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, his boss found an illegal gambling den where like celebrities go. That's pretty crazy.
To be fair, his boss is actually doing his actual job of being a news site and reporting on actual story, while Hanto's like, hey, man, it's going around asking people to go on Twitter like, hey, have you seen a guy in a costume running around?
Have you seen this dog man that I drew in crayon when I was 8? Am looking for him.
Right? Right, if you think about it, his boss is actually doing his investigative job, while Hanto is trying to do his own little murder mystery. He's like, oh man, hey man, we are a print media, and this is not helping. We need to get.
We actually don't know if their investigative stuff is print. Like, we just know that they are investigative reporters, like freelance writers. We don't know that they're...
Yeah, but even then, there's we need people to read this story. No one wants to read about this story that you came up with when you were an 8-year-old boy, Yeah, right?
But now he's getting deets. He's got co-conspirators. He's got witnesses to interrogate. He's tracking down leads.
Look, I'm not crazy. Look, I am following this specific hashtag, right? Other people are tweeting about it. I'm not crazy now,
Yeah.
Right? This girl I met says is real too, right?
Yeah, and so I call her, and I guess Sachika has been, because they have a relationship before this, so I assume that she's been, just giving him other random, internet, gossip shit that she finds, and that's, she's one of his sources that he just uses. So it's not just, his crazy dogman thing, but it is mainly, have you seen this dogman? I must find him. He stole my mommy away from me. Please help me find dogman.
When I was 8 years old, right? Yeah. And the only piece of evidence I have is this drawing I made from a child that at no point I decided to go contact a professional sketch artist or anyone to be like, yeah man, so this is what it looked like, right? Yeah. And then meanwhile, Juran, Soji, right?
What? Which one?
No,
What are you
Sugar,
talking about?
right?
It's Shida and
Kenzo?
Jeeb, the twins.
No, not the twins. The scientist Suga, right? Is
Oh
that
yeah, Shuga,
Kenzo Suga?
Shuga is
Yeah.
He's
He has a
out
little
here.
Gochizo in a jar.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got it. He's
like,
got that. He's still got
I
that Gochizo he stole from Shoma, and he's doing experiments to it. He's tinkering with his little guy.
he's putting him in a jar. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I mean, he had him in a
really
jar.
Weird.
He's had him in a jar for like the last 3 or 4 episodes since he got him.
Yeah.
He's just been.
Look,
he took. So what's interesting is because we know that this is a chocolate Gochizo that was made from that Shoma made, and so I'm curious how Hanto's transformation, because we know what he becomes. He becomes Kamen Rider Valen, but like,
yeah,
is he gonna have to wait for Shoma to give him some more like candy Gochizo, or is like Shuga figuring out how to like manifest it himself?
Oh, just like keep this one. Hey, you're gonna survive past the 3-week mark.
Suck on this chocolate bar
right?
for as long as you can, because you get one.
Right. Yeah. Then meanwhile, I think the older brother is
the eldest brother is Longo. There's
Longo's like, hey, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
well,
I asked for quality shit. I'm not getting quality shit.
Yeah, look, man, look, you guys need to stop doing your stupid little weird bit thing of cross-dressing. Look, I asked the older brother, I'll support you, but it can't interfere with the business. I don't care what you guys want to do in your free time. What you guys want to do in your free time,
but like we got a business.
Yeah, but this is a business. I'm trying to get our quota met. All right, you know, right?
So
do your little weird bit thing at back at the house.
Yeah, if you don't get better fucking people scooped up for me, I will send out my own agents. Which again, this is where we finally get confirmation of what the fuck the agents are. Like in relation to the Granutes, in relation to like why they're different than like the villains of the week, like monster, like Granutes in that way, and yeah, so now we know that like agents work in the same way as fucking Gochizo.
Yeah, and I hate this week's Granute. I hate it so much.
Oh, the wet one, the wet Granute, the goo Granute. Yeah, I fucking hate him too. The minute he showed up, I went, "Oh, that's too wet."
Especially the scene where he's handed the dark tray. You just see the slime just falling off of him. It's like, it's like, oh man, they literally just hit play as soon as the PA who was tasked with smear this over his body so it falls down.
This goes to a thing that I've talked about with Molly, where I say like, I'm more scared of old horror movies than I am of like modern day ones, because the use of like practical costumes and just the slimiest motherfuckers, like Alien, and just like the eggs just dripping with goo, just for no fucking reason, like just covered in that shit. Like, there's so many things like that back in the day where they just...
That's
like,
only to show how they're villainous, you know?
Yeah, to show that it's gross and a monster is like, well, if I cover it in more viscous, clear fluid, so it looks like it just did a fucking tour in Japan's red light district, like, then yeah, that's an evil monster, right?
Yeah. He's like, hey, go get some more. Man, this isn't good enough. Here, take your. Man, I have to go clean these now. There's so much fucking slime all over this thing, you know, right? Yeah. And then meanwhile, back in our cave, Dante and Showa are going back. Like, hey, look, and hey, you know what? Maybe the U.S. politician are right. Maybe they are doing a legal experiment on children, you know. Right.
Yeah, maybe there are strangers coming in and stealing our women.
Right, and they're actually doing operations on our kids when they're not home.
It's it's so weird to hear this, like, I guess, like, Dente is such an interesting addition to this because, like, we never see what the actual family dynamic was, like, before the show started, before the dad died and all this stuff. But it's just funny that, like, Dente's like, I don't know, I thought you guys had it pretty good. You got to sit in a cool mansion. It's like, we had to stay in a fucking mansion. We couldn't go anywhere else. It's like, yeah, but, like, you got food. It's like, it wasn't the food that we wanted. Yeah, but he didn't let you get eaten. It's like, that's not the bar for being a good dad.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just, man, so it's really just is this backstory that they're giving, right, about how all this happened. Yeah. It just shows like, yeah. Hey, it's like, hey, Trick, is this a callback to Kamen Rider, you know? A legal modification?
We're doing monster.
You know?
We're making, well, I mean, he's half monster, you know. It is,
Alright,
I mean, I don't think that, the Ichigo was made, by the forced marriage of an unwilling woman, to a forced marriage and impregnate. I mean, I don't even know about marriage. The forced, the abduction of a woman and then potentially unwilling impregnation of her. Like, the implicate, like, if you think about it just for a second past, like, the baseline thing, you go, oh, this is really fucked up. This is, like, really fucked up.
Yeah, right, yeah, because he also realized, like, yeah, man, you're the first time I ever messed around. I messed around with a human, like, before. I've only ever experimented on other granites and everything, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing while I was down there. I was just...
Yeah, man,
I
got
a lot of parts.
Realize that human had these weird organs, you know? Right?
Yeah, turns out you need both kidneys? What? Wow, you only have one... Oh, that's where your heart is? Shit. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, man, that's really weird, you know. I probably should have read a medical book before I cut you open.
Yeah, start rooting around in your stomach, your second mouth.
Yeah, but don't. Thanks to Shoma's fragile human body and human snack, he's like, all right, like you kid, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Look, I was told to do illegal but I won't do extreme illegal modifications.
Yeah, I wasn't. I mean,
you know.
Yeah, and then it's immediately juxtaposed with the rest of the Stomach family going, hey, didn't Uncle Dente help us make the process for compressing humans? And then it's like, oh yeah, he did. And it cuts back to him being like, I'm a goofy guy. It's like, hey, I think you're a war criminal. I think you're actively participating. Like, this is, like, the most, like, well, I don't actually traffic the humans. I just told them the system to traffic them and turn them into food.
Yeah, check out all my cool, look at all these cool zany stuff I've been collecting in this cave.
Yeah.
Look at this old ass TV, you
know,
you right? This, it doesn't get signal anymore.
Look at this dirty ass mattress I have.
Right?
Anyway, I also helped fuel the opioid epidemic, and but like I made the opioids, but I didn't sell any of them. That's not on me.
Yeah, I don't know what they were gonna do with the opioids, you know, right? Yeah. They just asked me,
it's just crazy, you know. They did with it what they wanted to. I didn't know they were.
Yeah, man, this character is just insane. I hope he sticks around, you know.
I was really worried when he was, like, I mean, I thought at first he was going to be a villain based off of, like, the preview. And now I'm just, like... At first I was really worried we were getting just, like, a wacky mascot character, you know, from him. Mm-hmm. But no, he's actually, like, terrifyingly has a terrifying amount of, like, potential relevance to the show because he just knows shit that nobody else knows.
Right, and if you think about it, 90% of probably 99% of this show's conflict is because of what he did.
Oh, 100%. Right? Yeah, I would say, yeah. He did a bad.
And the worst part, it's not like he's trying to atone for them. And he realized he errors of the way he's like.
He just went and
he's like, I just want to live in this
fucking
cave, you know, right?
Human world fucking rocks. Every day,
right?
Another human that gets taken and compressed is another house that he can go and rob and, like, take and fucking what's it called? He can go
right?
SWAT.
It's like right. It's like he's also just fighting like right. He's like he realized the error of doing all these like oh I gotta stop the thing I created, right? I gotta form like my own underground resistance, right? They voted me out
he's
of the
just
board,
like I want to be hiding in this cave.
He's just chilling.
Nobody will find me here.
Hot chips, right?
Yeah.
You ever had avocado toast?
Oh yeah, they've got. Have you tried? Oh man, turns out humans make some really good stuff. Anyway, I taught them the process for killing them and turning them into fucking big old jelly bars.
Yeah. Do I feel bad for it? Do I regret it? Nah, not really. Right?
Do I feel bad about every time somebody dies? There's a new house opens up for me to fiddle through their fucking shit.
Actually just insane by when you think about what this character actually is, right? Like there's like so much potential setup for this character for him to go forward to help Shoma, but he was like, yeah, man. He just explains to Shoma like, yeah, I was the one that caused all this,
Well, no,
right?
he doesn't. He knows that. Yeah, Shoma knows that he did the experiments. We know as a viewer that he also like figured out the fucking compression, like the process for compressing people into fucking acrylic stand-ins. It's just gonna be very interesting if comes a point where, because I presume this is going to happen. At some point, he's going to be introduced to the rest of the human like cast for some like grand, everybody put our brains together so we can beat the big bad guys, and then it's just gonna be like, hey, your uncle is a bad person, and I think we should kill him because.
Right,
bad.
He should actually be on trial right now. Right for this stuff. But yeah, Hanto is off doing a little investigative journalism. He's like, oh wait, and the first thing he finds, he finds a little gochizo, just chilling, chilling in the. It got caught,
That is the best. That is probably the best like way to get track of Gavv is to follow the Gochizo trail.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he sees that the Gochizo has been doing surveillance work and finds out he's got the plot. He knows exactly what's happening. Oh fuck, that's real. The deep state is real.
Man, this is absolutely insane. How he eavesdrop on this, right? He's like the fact that he's like eavesdropping from a corner, right? Like he's like when they cut the angle. The camera to see that he's just there. He's just straight up in the window staring at them.
The problem is that the agents only have like Cyclops eyes and very like thin slit eyes. So their range of vision is actually really dog shit.
Right. I assume their range of like their eyes are where the lights are, right? On their face.
Like you want to think that like it must like. Figure like there must be something that compensates for it with a like optical. No, that looks like you just have fucked up like tunnel vision. Like you do not see out of it.
It's just crazy how you just stare at them like straight up. Like he's not even like trying to like peek his little head from the window.
He is full head over the edge of the window, but luckily they're too just caught up in counting the candy. They're
also trying to clean the cake off all these fucking disgusting slime, Right? Maybe it was just a bad idea to hire a guy who's gimmick is slime, like, oh man, this is just extra work for us. We have to do now all of a sudden, Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shoma helps a little boy, gets his toy out of the storm drain.
We finally get Shoma's moment of inspiration where he, goes, this is what I want to do in life. I want to make people happy. People deserve to be happy and not just kept in a fucking goddamn one room bedroom with like their small child that they're locked in because they were abducted by a man and impregnated by him, and and all of his kids hate me. Say I'm not their real mom. They spit at me and throw rocks at me and say, "Oh, human, we're gonna turn you into candy." I don't have that fucking terrifying me.
Yeah. And hey, I need some hot chips. This is my new source of inspiration, right?
Yeah. And then luckily,
hey, look, it's the Hiri chip.
Hiri chip.
Is what the thing is. Yeah, it's red. It's a red one, because he ate
Yeah.
something spicy. He gets a spicy red chip.
Yes, it's the
Right?
it's the Cheetos dust chip.
Yeah. Also, then, so I don't understand what the fuck Hanto's plan was here. I am.
He said,
I
he said,
I
why
am.
am I buying time? Which I guess his idea was to hit them in the back of the head with a rock, and then run around and Benny Hill style, like, just play,
Right,
keeping way.
what was he buying time for?
I
Right,
guess
is
for
that like
Gavv
the
to show
Gochizo
up.
told him?
I guess he
Right,
was
like
hoping.
that was a big bet.
That was a big bet.
Like, he was hoping that when the Gochizo ran off, he was like, "Boy, I really hope you're getting Gavv, and I hope you're actually
Yeah,
running off to go get Gavv, and you're not running off because
Go
you're
on,
at,
go
he's
on,
like,
boy!
wait, you're
Get
fired."
help! Get help! And then he just fought. I mean, yeah, he's expecting a lot there. It also
Right,
immediately
he's like,
goes
man,
fucking
he took
wrong.
that was a yeah.
Because they just
Yeah,
fully
he just
like
throws a rock.
like he's like, oh shit, okay, well I'm hiding, and he hides around the corner. Which, to be fair, nice call. And then they immediately the other one just turns around and goes, "The fuck are you doing up there?"
To be honest, honestly, a good because he was actually leveraged up, but it just turns out that I didn't realize this was a weird two-story. This was an upper floor thing.
Yeah.
Right? And everyone just looks up. Right? I thought they were gonna play a little bit where the thing just walks under him. It's like, oh yeah, doesn't bother to look up. Right? But it's like, oh no, they immediately notices. It's like, yeah, what the fuck? Get the fuck out! What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, hey,
right?
stop throwing rocks.
Yeah.
Then it immediately
he
goes
runs
wrong
into
with
a wall and knocks himself out. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, they shoot so. I guess the blast from their gun is so strong against that tree that it launches him into the wall and knocks him unconscious. Sure, fuck it.
Okay.
Luckily, Gavv with the power.
That he accidentally runs into the wall. It would have been way more funny for him.
Gavv with the power of main character of protagonist convenience gets there just in the nick of time to go. Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey look, I have to hurry hard to fire. I have fire chips now. Hey, that goes to man. Hey, so now that we know that hot chips, right, gives him a fire chip effect, right? I presume, right? Hey, let's just try to think of what do you think other chips
Okay, well,
will produce for like? Do you think if he eats like Doritos,
Cool Ranch has to
he'll
be
get
ice.
like water chips?
Cool
right?
Ranch
He'll get
has
like
to be
chips
ice
or something.
Cool Ranch has to be ice. Fuck.
What do you think a salt and vinegar chip will give him at this point?
A slippery chip? Fuck, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think, because it's like, yeah, it makes sense for like spicy chip to be fire, and I feel like Cool Ranch makes sense to be ice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happens with like a sour cream and onion chip,
Right,
what happens
right? Or like a barbecue, or like a barbecue chip. Like, what would a barbecue chip do to him, right?
Make it blood swords? I don't know, fuck.
Right, yeah, but he kills one of the agents, with the fire finish.
Yeah, he kills both
Right.
the agents, and I will say this is again another really well choreographed fight. Like the shots in this and like some of the stuff that's done, like he uses when the one agent tries to stop him from doing his finisher, so he just does a backflip to like make him like crank the twist the crank. I thought that was a pretty great like little move there that they put in there.
Yeah. And then Hanto tries to free the people. Like, I don't
tries
know
to
what the
just
fuck
pick
I'm doing.
away, but you know how sticky shit gets, where it's like, you can't.
Yeah.
It's real in there, Maybe you should put it in the fridge,
Right.
and like let it harden so we can crack it off, No. If you crack it off, if you break the glass, you break their body. They'll die.
Yeah.
And
So
then
they free all the civilians, and then Hanto uses it as a most. Hey, no, look, hey, he's a good guy. He's a Kamen Rider.
This is a
hey,
friend.
by the way, have any of you guys seen a dogman around here too?
Have you ever
Since
seen
you're all
this
happen to
dogman?
be here-
Yeah.
Right? Since you're all here in this room with me, with the only exit that I'm blocking, have any of you guys heard anything about a dogman? But real quick, by the way, before I let you go, right? Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So then Shoma's like,
Shoma finally comes to. It's funny that I was saying this like I guess last week or maybe the week before, where I was like, okay, so we're having Shoma kind of like go around and like figure stuff out and try to like he's meeting different people and things and doing all that stuff, and I was like, okay, that's fine. But I was like, we got to get back to fucking some level of stability, right? With Sachika and like being at the place. Like I need these like plot lines to converge somewhere, and now we're getting to the point where it's actually converging, and thank you, thank God. So far, again, the writing for Gavv has been.
I thought I was just gonna be homeless for like a few more episodes, you know. But I guess he finally realized, oh man, I kind of like the house.
I will die.
Yeah, like, hey, should I have gone back to my actual family, right, of my uncle, you know, right, for him to help me, to provide me with, like, the sleeping arrangement?
Yeah, but he's already, like, that uncle already did a bad touch to me, and not the normal way, so I don't think I really trust him. He's known to, like, fiddle with my insides when I'm asleep.
He also does live in a cave in the mountainsides, you know, right, which I was like, it's probably not a good one, you know, but yeah, hey, look, he goes back to Sachi, goes like, hey, can I stay here now?
Yeah, please.
You know,
please.
I agree. I agree to your terms and condition where I will do manual labor for you, and in exchange, you pay me in snack. I feel this is a fair and normal human deal. You know,
I mean,
right?
She did give him real money when he did work, but he's just. I mean, he is just going to use it on snacks.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, and then meanwhile, I'm pretty sure that Honto's boss has a name, right? But I don't think they actually said it within the show.
I'm pretty sure it's Shioji, because the joke in my mind is still that like the doctor is sugar and this one's like salt.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah, he's off investigating.
Yeah, he's working on that secret gambling den, and then oops, big gross goo man is right here to.
He's there. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you.
I don't really know why. So like at the beginning of the episode, the agents like give him a separate task to go. Why were they going after this guy though? Like, what do they think that his deal is?
Do you think he might be getting too close? Oh, you're talking about the other agent, right? Now, not the first. No, because the first agent.
I'm saying, the other one at the end tells him like, hey, you know, if you want more, you gotta go do a special job for us, like, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. But I don't know why his job was to go after, this guy specifically.
I don't think it's key. I don't think his dad was going after Soji. I think Soji was just in his way. Right, and he was like, right. His regular job is already, you know, right, to get people, right, to turn them into the weird acrylic stand, right. But I was like, oh man, this guy's asking too many questions. Ooh, he's gonna get in my way of my special payment, you know. So I might as well get him too. He's already in front of me, and we're already in a dark alley, you know. This is like a 2-for-1 type of deal right now, you know, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Right, like this could be way. Right, like, oh man, I could not have asked for a better situation, you know, where I have to lure people into a dark alleyway to reveal, to lift up my shirt, to expose my shirt to them, right? Like, oh man, we're already, this works out for me, right?
Yeah.
So he gets turned into a acrylic stand.
And we'll find out more next week, yeah.
Yeah, and that's something, look, it's finally happening, you know, right?
Yeah, it looks like we're solving the problem with America's favorite pastime.
Look, man, so I've seen the Henshin device from Val, and I still don't understand what the fuck that thing is, right?
It literally looks like a fucking needler from Halo. Like, I'm trying to, or like the charge pistol, whatever. Like, it just looks like a fucking, like, you know, Covenant gun, and I'm trying to figure out.
So fucking weird, you know. Remember we're messing something.
I've also seen people like mess with the toy, but it looks like it's also very like flimsy, like shakes apart. I just don't know why it's built that way.
Oh man, I haven't seen what the toy that thing operates at.
It just because you know like the arms like fold back, right? So it just when they're folded forward, it just looks like they would wobble all the time, like just with the two halves like on top.
Right. All right. Yeah. All right. I guess that's this week's. Yeah. And man, we learned some pretty crazy stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Like all the weird.
Yeah, great in terms of info dumping and like getting like some real progress made on the plot. Hey, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Right, yeah, like I said, hey, if your uncle ever turns out to be the cause of your problem, hey, maybe this is just a generational thing, you know, right? Maybe Showa's gonna break this generational cycle, you know, by the end of this, right?
I promise, I won't slice open my kid and look through his body and try to do augmentations.
Yeah, you know, right, yeah. I would not kidnap a woman and force her to bear my child, you know? Yeah. And I'll be, right, and have her live in this weird one bedroom in this weird monster dimension, you know? Hey, real quick about the Grand Unite Society, right? Hey, I still don't understand how the fuck the base vehicle motorcycle of the Grand Knight world is the fucking ATV. When we see that they live in like little actual like cityscape, you know, right?
You know.
Right. I sort of said how the fucking base motorcycle is this goddamn
giant
fucking,
CGI
ATV thing.
Yeah.
Right. I don't get it. Yeah, it makes no sense, you know. Like, oh man, hey, maybe look, there's still, you know, right, 45 episodes left. Maybe we'll be proven wrong by it, you know.
Maybe there'll be a big dirt bike race, a big ATV race at the end.
Right, maybe in the Great Night World they're all live in domed cities, you know, right? That the only way to, right, but outside of the city is barren wasteland. Yeah, you know, that's how they traverse,
powerful
right?
ATV.
Right, yeah, like I said, but yeah, man, I was so kind of mad ever since I found out that the ATV is just how ATV looks like in the fucking Great Night World. It's getting to me.
I guess so, yeah.
All right, I think that's it. Anything else you wanna end on?
I think that's good.
All right, yeah, all right. Hey, look. Hey, it's Valentine. Oh, it's time, you know.
It's time for Valen. It's Valen's time.
Yeah.
Valen's time next week.
Yeah. All right. That's this week's episode. All right. Okay, thanks. Bye. All right, Tariq. So, as you and the audience, so we are not a political podcast. You know, we're not here to talk about the election or U.S. politics.
We spent January 6th
or whatever dumb shit Marjorie
Yeah.
Taylor Greene has said this week. You know, or any stuff like that. You know, right? We're not here to talk about what our favorite porn site we comment.
The only
visit
MTG that we care about is a card game. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. That's right. So I was recently notified of there's a Wikipedia article, right? That whose only purpose is list of nickname used by Donald Trump, the 45 himself, the DJT.
Okay, hold on.
Right, I'm gonna link
you to a Wikipedia article.
This is a real Wikipedia. This is a whose only purpose is to dedicate
Just go into Wikipedia real quick. All right. Okay. All right.
Yep. I think this is fucking great, honestly. Hey, this is not a support me or like online celebrity. You know, this is not my endorsement. You know, of the presidential campaign. You know, right? Yeah. I just think this article
I have an endorsement. You know, right? I have an endorsement for the person who made this.
right? You know, right? I think this are like not only is this like this article is great, it's usually like, but I mean, besides from doing the actual job, Wikipedia being a fact sheet, you know, right? I like how there's like they have like in bracket points or like in quotation retired, like he retired this name, you know?
Yeah,
like
I'm looking at it now. There are what? There are 6 or 7 different categories. The fact that they have to categorize them is so fucking wild.
Right, you know, I just like how they also have this one like this is
so much
this
work
is retired,
into this.
like he no longer uses no longer uses crooked Hillary, you know. He's like I use that.
Meatball Ron is gone.
It's done.
Meatball Ron is gone.
Lying Hillary now. That's the new one, you know, right? That's my new one. I use, you know, right? I also love how there's also ones that are in brackets noted like denied that he used like Meatball Ron. I never call him that. You know, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I think Meatball Ron is like it's like out of every. There's a lot of insane nicknames he used for people, right? But I think Meatball Ron is like just like the funniest one for some reason.
I mean, Meatball Ron is something that I just use in my personal life to describe like just rotund people now. Like just if I see an anime character show up, like. That's just a big old chonker. I go, oh, that's a Meatball Ron right there.
Right, right, like all these are all like right because even like nearly all these nicknames, these are all like adjectives nickname, right? You know, right? They're actually described, but like this is just a meatball. Like what the fuck?
Okay, Governor Jerry Moonbeam Brown. That sounds like he wants to fuck Jerry Brown. Moonbeam is such a fucking feels so like romanticized. That's an insane one to give to a person.
Right, he said like there's also just categories that he just used for like other right goes like hey, what so Wikipedia goes domestic political figure foreign media foreign leaders media right.
Hold on, I saw the Pete Buttigieg one, and it says Alfred E. Newman. I thought that they just used a different person's name as a nickname, but it's the fucking Mad Magazine, like, caricature guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really thought that it was just, like, another guy. Okay.
I mean, look, there's one where he also just lists, he just calls someone Mr. Magoo. You know,
yeah, right? I remember that one. It's
like, man, it was like, for Jeff Sessions, right? It's like, man, what a fucking nickname. Like, who, like, no one in the modern, like, no young person or anyone knows who the fuck that is, you know? Right?
Oh, 100%.
Right, that is an actual boomer insult, you know, right? Calling someone Mr. Magoo is like, yeah, man, that's real topical, you know, right?
Yeah, everybody's waiting for the new Mr. Magoo movie. Didn't they make a Mr. Magoo movie? With, like,
did they?
I want to say with, oh, fuck,
like, recently?
I think they made one in, like, 2000. I think they made a Mr.
There's
Magoo
no way.
with what's his face, the white-haired dude, the, not Leslie Nielsen, the other white-haired, comedian actor.
Steve Martin?
I think Steve Martin did a fucking Mr. Magoo movie. Hold on, I'm gonna look.
Let's see. In 1997, Mr. Magoo was played by Leslie Nielsen in a live action.
It was Leslie
Magoo
Nielsen
movie.
then. Okay, I get the two of them.
All right,
confused,
that was 97.
All right, I mean that's 97 for a Mr. Magoo movie is still too recent.
According to this, apparently, let's see, there was a direct-to-video in 2010.
Okay,
you know,
all right.
This aired on Disney Channel.
Was this Mr. Was that one with fucking Steve Martin?
Nope, this is just an animated one called Kung Fu Magoo, which I feel like that is I would not watch a movie where an old guy is practicing Kung Fu.
It was 2010. Things were different back then. We didn't know. We didn't know. You know, it doesn't help that Mr. Magoo, like, as his character design, is perpetually squinting. So the idea of putting a character like that for an old white man into a Mr. Magoo does Kung Fu thing feels like something slipped out of, like, the Disney Vault back from the Song of the South days.
Oh, apparently there was a Mr. Magoo show that aired in 2018.
Okay, so I just want to point out, I really have been just like, I was like, I feel like it's been randomly, like, in the, oh god, oh, there's so many, oh god. Big Luther.
I gotta post a screenshot of Mr. Magoo 2018 and see it's just a young Mr. Magoo. But yeah, no. But back to the main topic. Yeah. I think this Wikipedia page is insane, and it's the fact that that the DJT himself, right, Mr. 45, has said used so many nicknames for me that we're like, oh man. At what point do you think someone realized should we start actually archiving?
I've got
listing this down.
I've got to imagine that somebody. I mean, so. This just reminds me of a bit that I was going to do during Gotchard, but Gotchard broke me so thoroughly that I abandoned it just because it was so fucking painful. I'm gonna look to see when was this article created. Starting in Gotchard to keep track of every time he fucking said gotcha, but it was just becoming such a fucking, like, mad scrawling of, like, a psychopath. Like, if somebody found that, like, note, like, that document, it would look like I was a fucking crazy person, because I just have gotcha, episode 1, 3 gotchas, 4, 5 gotchas, okay, 6, 7 gotchas, okay. Just like, it was becoming an insane nightmare document. This is way more, like, purposeful, and I love that they did this. I didn't remember that he called Chris Cuomo Fredo. He just fully, like, used the fucking, like, the Godfather, and that's, like... He called George Stephanopoulos George Slopadopoulos. It's fucking great.
Alright, fine. Alright, this article was started on November 15th, 2017.
Somebody was like, you never know who the documentarians are gonna be, what documents will be unearthed, like a war letters exchange. Hey, this is the Anne Frank's diary of, like, the Trump administration, where just one person it was their own personal thing, and then it turned into historical documentation of how things actually were. Oh my god.
This article is amazing. I feel like when I actually spent
they include hold on. They include his own they include his own comment that he's a very stable genius. Like, his own comment about himself is counted as one of the nicknames, where he says, "I'm a very stable genius."
I hope that there's a there should be a Wikipedia page, list of nicknames used by Donald Trump about Donald Trump, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just to list every single claim he has made by himself in it.
This is such a crazy, okay. I scrolled down to the bottom. Some of them are just really low effort, where it's just, instead of Comcast, it's Concast. But the really bad one is United States House Select Committee on the January 6th attack. He calls it the Unselect Committee. Sure, okay, I guess. That's not unselect. Unselect isn't really a word.
Deface the nation as deface the nation. I was like,
I mean, you could have maybe made a different term. He called Alexander Ovechkin Alexander the Great? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I am assuming he only said that because he did not know that he could not pronounce his last name, right?
I mean, also... what a fucking weirdo. Also, I forgot that Mac Miller made a diss track against him. He called him Little Mac Miller, damn.
Oh man, I don't know. Oh man, hey, it's a good thing I wasn't a SoundCloud rapper, because then he would have actually just used that going forward, right?
Yeah. Oh god.
All right. And this article is fucking amazing, man.
I can't wait to go home and show.
I think the person's name was Big BLA or something that made this article. So hey,
shout out to them
for this article. Yeah,
they're doing the real work.